Fees may be on the rise in St. Johns County. St. Johns County residents could soon see higher costs for garbage and recycling services. On Tuesday, the county commission approved a move allowing officials to notify residents about a potential rate hike. Formal approval could come at a public meeting on August 5th. Mark your calendars if you want to speak about this. Right now, homeowners pay $254 per year for solid waste services. If approved, that fee would raise by $80 this year, bringing the total to $334 and would appear on property tax bills. Public Works Director Greg Caldwell said the increase is necessary to bring the county's solid waste fund back into good standing due to rising service costs. Compared to neighboring areas, St. Johns County would still be in the middle of the pack with this raise. The residents would pay less than those in Jacksonville and Palm Coast, but more than in Putnam County. This would be the first step in a larger plan to gradually increase fees by over $200 over the course of 5 years. After the $80 bump this year, another $60 hike would be planned for 2027, with an additional increase until the fee reaches $454 annually by 2030. Residents will be notified by mail ahead of the August meeting, where commissioners will vote on the proposed changes. Troy, how do you feel about this?
Greg, you're my buddy, man. Me and Greg go back a long, long way. Here's what I want you to do. Get rid of the recycling, all right? If they want to recycle, have them take it to you and get rid of that and keep the costs down. It's going to save taxpayers. It's going to make more sense. Stop sending those big-ass trucks out on the road to pick up plastic that is worth 1/1,000,000th of the cost of what you're doing, and the return is about the same of 1/1,000,000th. All right? If they want to recycle, give them a recycle space to drop off and save the taxpayers all this money. 300,000 taxpayers, and it's wasteful. It's just wasteful. So.
I think people have this impression that their recycling goes to something where it's actively turned into something better and they're saving the planet by doing so. The reality is that these materials they're not being cleaned properly. They're not being processed properly by the person throwing it in the bin. So then it costs so much to get it to the point that it can become raw materials to even be used again. It's not cost effective.
It's the biggest government hoax we've had in the last 30 years. And if you go back and you look at the results of it, and Lenny tells me, oh, well, we were making money in No, you weren't. You weren't making money in New York. I can tell you the math doesn't math. You would never run your business that way. And
especially not if Union's picking it up.
No, it
not in New York.
Absolutely not. And I mean, it doesn't even pay for the fuel of the trucks to go out and get it. Mm-hmm. Not even the fuel.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not talking about the labor costs, which is huge.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about the maintenance costs on the trucks, which is huge.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the trucks themselves, which is even bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So it is the one thing you don't want to raise taxes, which this is a tax. You can call it a fee if you want, but it's a service that we don't need. Get rid of the recycling. Make them go to a center. City of St. Augustine Beach has done it, and I think the rest of everybody else can do it too.
I had a very eye-opening experience as I worked for the winery, and customers were constantly bringing their bottles back to us and asking us if we could recycle these bottles, if we could reuse them, if we could recycle them. The machine to accept bottles that have potentially been contaminated, properly clean them, that wasn't cost effective for being a smaller winery. So that wasn't worth it to us to be able to do that. It would have taken, I think the math on it was like 45 years of recycling bottles if everyone brought them back to even take a dent out of, the cost of the machine. So like that wasn't going to happen. So I start calling around for recycling companies, and company after company let me know that there was just no benefit. There was no profit to them. They would be losing money to try and maneuver their vehicle. It's not even deep into downtown, but just to maneuver their vehicle into our parking lot, which trolleys go in and out of all the time. it wasn't worth it to them. And I think I found one company that did it for a while, but then they bailed on it because glass recycling.
They went out of business.
Yeah. Glass recycling is not a profitable industry. It just isn't. And I know that there's organizations now that collect them and they turn it into sand. And by all means, if you can make that work, perfect.
Yeah, it's great. But you'll change your business plan in 3 years. Like
just blanketly having the program when there's no benefit to the environment and there's no benefit to the taxpayer, just so we don't have to explain to people that it's been kind of a scam.
Yeah.
Like, just have the hard conversation.
It's not kind of a scam. It's been a scam for decades.
Was couching to be nice.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not. It's the biggest waste we have in our government, and we continue to do it. We know it's a waste, and we continue to do it, and no one's doing anything about it, and it's ridiculous. So stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Greg, I love you still. So
we do love you, Greg. We love everyone that we've quoted today.
Yeah.
We just might not agree with everything that they said.
Yep.
All right, we've got exciting news.